I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his three ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him, so we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the three-point line tonight. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie.
Well, one aspect that makes Lopez dangerous is size. At 7 foot, he doesn't have to go far to slam it home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 12 points for him. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Here's Tatum. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
To the inside. Lopez.
The assist.
And it's Lopez with the jam.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 17.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
And the soft touch on the floater. Giannis just making a challenging shot look effortless.
And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. He's been effective on offense, racking up 20.
25.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
The Bucks leading by 17. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
There's Tatum with the three. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Antetokounmpo has got 23.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
First team foul.
Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
For two, Sam Hauser.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, There are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Brian, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Big group substitution here for Boston.
Entertainment.
Celtics trail by 15. Pass to Brown. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. And here's Boston, trailing by 17.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Antetokounmpo outside. That one falls. Antetokounmpo has got 7 points here in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Giannis driving inside. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 30 points. And Holiday, here we go. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. The open shot, White. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
Boy, you can tell when White is confident with his mechanics. That shot is pretty, folks.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
The kick out to White. Here's Porzingis. What a finish from Porzingis.
Well, you love the physicality by Porzingis. Mix it up off the backboards, KP.
Trent on the wing. No made baskets yet. Antetokounmpo
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. You know, for a swingman, Trent has good size and is a sturdy, strong presence, Doris.
Oh, B.A., he sure is. He can make an impact on the defensive end with the attributes you just talked about. Not only can he be a stopper, though, let's remember this guy can get hot as a shooter. You better look out. He can get on a heater.
Let's see what you got.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Horford outside. From behind the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Antetokounmpo. Doesn't go for him. Celtics trail by 14. Here's Porzingis. Porter pulls it in.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
It's stolen by Trent. The Bucks leading by 16. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yep, count it. Antetokounmpo has got 36 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Tipped. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he comes up with a bucket. Antetokounmpo has got 38 points.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Hey, Horford from range.
Well, this guy's got such big-time mobility for a big man. Al Horford specializes in finding the gaps in the defense. Nice catch and shoot. Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Pass to Brown. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Here's White. Here he goes. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. So we conclude the first half. The Bucks on top, up by 15. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And he drops the first. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Tatum from long range. Milwaukee leading by 21. Antetokounmpo can't connect. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's Porzingis. Good work defensively by Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it. Antetokounmpo has got 8 here in this quarter.
He's putting the team on his back. Incredible scoring performance thus far.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A difficult situation for Boston. White on the wing. Pass to Tatum to halt the run. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball. Pretty pass.
Here's Antetokounmpo. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
To the paint. Here's Tatum. And the basket is good. Tatum's got 11 points.
It can be a very difficult thing to check Jason Tatum because of the multitude of ways he can score it. Give me the floater game, JT. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Pass to Hauser. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range. 5 points in the game.
You like how Derek White scans the floor, always aware of where the opportunities are. Nicely done.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound Boston. White on the wing. Fires for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
It's good. Antetokounmpo's got 56 in the game.
The long strides of Giannis help him get down the court fast. A lethal player in transition.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Cornet. Tatum from long range. Here's Hauser. From downtown. Here's Pritchard. Tatum from long range. And Tatum buries it from long distance.
Well, Jason Tatum always working to expand his range. He might as well be in the next county.
Substitutions for the Celtics.
And here's Lillard. No points so far. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. To the middle. Antetokounmpo.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. Boston making a switch here. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. switch here.
For Celtics Entertainment.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Boston, put your hands together. Once again, they are Celtics Entertainment.
And he makes both free throws. Celtics trail by 16. Lopez with the steal. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Pass to Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. And so it's Milwaukee ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. Time for a quick break.
68.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Milwaukee leading by 20. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the bucket is good.
Antetokounmpo. Assist from
Horford outside. Wing shot on the way. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Well, Al Horford making the defense pay. Outstanding recognition on the offensive end. This guy's a terrific scorer.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Personal foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Shooting for Milwaukee.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And he's good on the second. And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Here's Pritchard. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. A clear look for Antetokounmpo. Tatum pulls it in. Right side, Craig. Pass to Hauser. Now here's Tatum. Again, the miss by Boston.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
The 3 from Craig. Rebounded by Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo has got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Pritchard, no good. All by himself. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Padding the stat sheet, getting the board and the hoop all on one play.
Yep, he's earning his coach's appreciation. Left side, Craig. Will it go? Knocks it down from distance.
The defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Craig, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Inside. Out to the right wing. Pritchard. Pure from three-point range. Pritchard's got 12 points in just the second half. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Al Horford. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
2 minutes.
Greg up top.
2 minutes.
There's Tatum with the 3. Prince grabs the miss. And the Bucks with possession. Here's Antetokounmpo. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
White for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo inside.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bucks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Personal foul.
Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all. I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender. A guy who can contribute to a good team.
White, good.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
At the line, Peyton Pritchard.
First one falls for him.
For 2 shots.
And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
VA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal #1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Tatum pulls it in. White for 3. Rebounded by Kuzma. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Porzingis. So this one belongs to the Bucks.